Yeah, so
what? She was kink shaming you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro,
like,
say it for the clip.
she's like, your mom didn't raise you right because you have a spanking fetish. And then she like said one or two other things too. And it was like the next morning after I was already like going through it in my head, like, do I marry her? Do I break up with her? Like, so it was just, I was like on the fence about it. And then she said that, and like, as soon as she said that, my mind was just like made up. Like, okay, I know what I'm doing now.
I think doing OF as a guy is harder than a girl, because I think girls OFs matter about looks, but I don't think as much as guys. Like, you could still be an ugly girl and you can have fat tits and make a lot of money. Like, as a dude, you can have like, I guess not, but you really got to be good looking. Or I feel like it's more looks based. You don't have to, but as a dude, I feel like it's more based off of looks. I think it's easier to hook up with dudes.
Yeah, it is. I feel like I could go to WeHo and get laid tonight, and not even think about it. I feel like I could go in there and get like 10 bodies right now if I want.
Definitely, bro. You can get 10 bodies at once.
Yeah, literally.
Like, you can have a sex party. Bro, I get invited all the time. Bro, you don't even gotta leave. They say, let's go to the alley. Bro, I swear to God, bro, you don't understand how many times they offer me to go to the alley.
Welcome to the Bosstalks podcast. It's Bossman here, and today I'm with a special guest of mine. And what separates him from everyone else is you guys probably already know him from the Wild Boys podcast. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, guys, it's D. Julian Barboza, one half of the Wild podcast. Brandon already did his episode, but now it's my turn.
And thanks for hopping on today, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. So what's cool about Julian and Brandon is, so they kind of were the ones who somewhat motivated me to get into podcasting. So it's pretty cool to have him and Brandon here today, and gonna talk it up, have a good conversation for you guys, and hope you enjoy. So how long have you been doing OF?
So I actually started on my birthday.
You're 18?
No. I'm 23. That would have been like, what, 5 years of doing OF? No, I've done OF for like 3. This year will be 3 years, right? Yeah, it'll be 3 years on my birthday. I was in Miami, and I talked to my team, and I was like, you know what? I guess not at the time my team, but I was like, yo, I want to do it. I'm going to go all in. I don't want to be, I got nothing to lose. So I was like, let's do it. So I took a bunch of content, and I remember I was in an Airbnb. It was like a penthouse, nice restroom. So I went crazy with the content, like everything, all out. My first ever stream too that I did on OF, I did a shower stream, and I was just went all out. Like, I didn't hide nothing. I just all out. But yeah, I've been doing it for 3 years.
And how long have you been doing just social media in general?
Damn. Okay. Now that's a longer. Okay. So I started doing social media when I was like 17 or 16. I started going live on YouNow. Back in the day, it was like around, like, it's so blurry now because I'm 23, but like around in high school and shit. I was going live, and then I did YouTube, and then I did TikTok, and then I did TikTok for a cool minute, back to YouTube. Then I stopped doing YouTube, and then here I am doing OF.
So before you did OF, what kind of stuff were you posting on your other social medias?
So I actually got a lot of views about my hair. So I did a lot of hair videos and shit.
You got some nice hair.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And even still to this day, like, I got people that, yo, I still watch your hair videos. And the way that I kind of like learned about doing social media back then was, like, I wanted to get my hair done. There was no hair videos. So I was like, I'll make the hair videos. I'll fill the gap in the market. And so that's how I did YouTube. And then on TikTok, I would just post like thirst traps or like, just thirst traps. And and then I had like a girlfriend for a while that went super viral. And then now, I got my other companion now, Brandon.
So you think she I guess your girlfriend at the time, you think she sees your OF stuff?
Oh, definitely. With this, like, there's no hiding.
Right.
Like, the goal is to be out there as possible. So there's like, I feel like if you're a creator, this is why I don't really recommend like everyone be an OF creator, because your job is to be out there as much as possible. So like, there's no hiding it. Like, everybody gonna have to, and I mean, I guess you could hide it, make a different name or whatever, but like, in a perfect world,
you are seen all over and you got millions of views, and that's how you gain new people to go to your page and shit. So I don't want to, I mean, we can get into, but basically like there's a bunch of like I've went viral a bunch of times, so people definitely know who I am. So whenever they see me doing this OF stuff, they like, you know, it's pretty, we do, how do I say? We do some pretty wild content, so it definitely goes around and shit.
That's interesting. Oh, that's true. So, like, what got you into it? Was it just money? Was it, like, you just enjoy doing, like, I guess, the sexual side of yourself? Like, what got you into it?
So, actually, I've said this on another podcast, but I believe most dudes start OF after a breakup.
Really?
Yeah, most of them do. And so, boom, I break up with my ex, and then I move to, or I'm like traveling and shit, right? Because I want to just get out of the city that I was with my ex and shit. And remember, I've been doing social media. I had like over 1 million followers on TikTok, 300,000 on YouTube. On my Twitter, I had like a couple 10, I don't know, 10, 20,000. So I already been doing social media. So, and Instagram, I have like 300K. So, and at the time when I found out about OnlyFans, I thought only girls could do it. I didn't know guys can, until I started meeting and exposed to the industry and meeting more people. And I went on this trip to Coachella, and really Coachella like kind of changed my life, because we go on this trip and I meet these guys and they're kind of doing OnlyFans, but I don't really know nothing about it. I'm just kind of like around them and shit. And well, at the time it was Brandon and some other creators. And what's it called? I was going through a breakup. I was getting a lot of hate online because they thought I cheated. And I really just felt like I had nothing to lose. Like I just wanted to try something new. And once I learned that dudes could do OnlyFans, I was like I said, I got nothing to lose. I felt like everybody already hated me. And like, I just wanted to try something new. Like, if you really think about it, like when you post content for OnlyFans, you got to have like a little thumbnail or a little preview, right? And then you have like your title. It's the same thing for YouTube. You got your thumbnail and you have a title. It's, if you like, that's how OnlyFans is. So in similar ways, like it's similar strategies for OnlyFans and doing social media.
And I know you've been doing it for 3 years now. Do you have any like cool stories from doing it? Like, have you ever met a fan or done anything crazy that maybe wouldn't have happened if you didn't do OF?
I want to be humble, but so like I've actually been on tour to like do meet and greets and stuff. So having people come up to me or meeting fans or meeting people that know me from the internet is not very new to me. But what was interesting is having a different demographic. So like, yeah, I definitely had like, this is not being humble again.
Say it.
But every city I go to, like somebody known me from the podcast. I even this one was mind blowing to me. So I went to Puerto Rico for my brother's birthday, and I mean it's Puerto Rico. I didn't know that we were seen out in Puerto Rico. But yeah, I'm walking around. A dude stops me. He's like, "Hey, do you have a lighter?" And I was like, "Oh no, I don't have a lighter." He's like, "Oh, by the way, I seen your podcast. I watch your stuff. You're really cute." Da 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 da. And to me, like, that was some pretty good game just to ask me for the lighter, just to stop me and shit, rather than just like coming up to me with a pod. But no, every city I go to, I have somebody notice me. Texas, Miami, California, New York, everywhere. We've had people see us. But any crazy things? Not really.
Really? Not even out in WeHo?
Bro, WeHo is even worse, bro. In WeHo, I got girls stopping me and I got guys stopping me. Like all the, I mean, you can ask our whole team here. I got girls and guys. So I've had multiple different audiences. And that's really like, it's different audiences. And I have a lot of fun with what I do though. I feel like I get a lot more love, and I like just making content for my audience.
And so I was on your pod about probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I remember we were talking about the body count subject. And I remember at the time you told me it was between, I think, 32 and 34. So what is it now?
Like 45.
45, so that's 9 in like 5 months.
Yeah, okay. What are you at for the year?
this year, probably at like 3 or 4. So last time I was on yours, I had a girlfriend and stuff, and then we broke up probably 2 or 3 months ago. I think I went up.
Why?
It just didn't work out, man. That's it.
Bro, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I need something more deeper.
Basically, man, she just didn't have the ambition. So like, I guess what it really was is I was up one night and I was like torn between. I was like, I either need to like propose to her because we were together like 3 years and she was wanting to start a family and stuff. But I was like, I either need to propose to her or like let her go and just break up with her. And like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then like the next morning I'd woke up and she had just said something like really disrespectful. I don't want to say what it was, but
was it about what you do or just?
No, not really. It was like something I'm into, but
Oh wait, like your kink?
yeah.
What?
Like,
she was kink shaming you?
yeah, pretty much.
Bro,
like,
say it for the clip.
she's like, your mom didn't raise you right because you have a spanking fetish. And then she like said 1 or 2 other things too. And it was like the next morning after I was already like going through it in my head, like, do I marry her? Do I break up with her? Like, so it was just, I was like on the fence about it. And then she said that, and then like, as soon as she said that, my mind was just like made up. Like, like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. So that happened. But
Was it hard breaking up with her?
Well, so it's kind of weird, bro, because it's like I felt like I was moved on mentally from her like months ago. So like, so when we were living in LA together, like she kind of knew that like I wanted to break up with her, but like it was just gonna be a hassle, like moving her stuff and then moving my stuff and like doing all that while we're from the other side of the country. So it's like I would have felt like I was like maybe abandoning her or like I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't want to leave her like in a random.
I've been in that same exact scenario, man. Breaking up with your partner is pretty tough. And then my ex lived with me too. So, I mean, I did abandon her, but I was in Texas and then I left to California and I went to Coachella. And she was back at the crib and I was like, you got to figure your life out because the lease was actually ending, so I wasn't going to stay in Houston anymore. And I was like, you're going to have to figure your life out. I'm going to give you time. Because in my mind, I already knew I wanted to move to LA. Like, I kind of just manifested it. Everything kind of just lined up perfectly for me to move. But I knew that I wanted to move to LA, and boom. I mean, here we are now. Yeah. But breaking up with her, having to leave her, and being mentally checked out, I felt all those all those things. But are you healed?
I would say so. But like the thing is, man, is like, so I've been with like 9 girls the last like 2 or 3 months. And like before that was like my body count like in total. So it's like it's a little different. So like,
and are all these girls for content or just for the fun?
Only one of them. It's like 2 or 3 of them have like talked about it, but like I really don't like to do that stuff. I don't know. Like I kind of want to keep my content with like just guys because and my girl stuff doesn't sell as good. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if it was like my ex was a problem or if like I don't know, but it's like I don't want to make videos with girls because I'm just scared it ain't gonna be good. But she was good looking though. That sounds so bad. Like she's good looking, but she wasn't like
you gotta ask the subs, man.
Yeah, I'll have to ask the subs. I feel like she wasn't like OF.
Was she spanking you and shit?
No, the opposite.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe that would have sold. Maybe she gotta spank you.
No, we used to do that stuff on lives, but yeah, I don't know. But so I've been balling out here. I gotta chill out now and just kind of focus on my craft. But yeah, it's been fun. But I guess I'd say I'm healed. I think.
So now you be just doing guys and girls, or how? What's your structure now?
Well, so like the girls, that's like my personal time, my free time. Like that's what I love to do. Like I just love when women are around. Like I just like the presence of them.
Okay.
But like with guys, like all of that's like for business stuff. Because like when I go out, like there's so many gay guys, I don't know who to choose. So like for me, it only makes sense if I just do it like with other creators too.
Right. That's what I was saying earlier before we started the pod. Like there's so many guy options. Like going to WeHo is easy. Like there's just so many dudes. Like. I mean, I'm just maybe I'm being not humble, but I feel like it would really be easy to find somebody. Like, there's a lot of options. You got Grindr, you got Sniffies. I feel like for girls, like you really gotta search and find, and there's not as many girls and shit. It'd be harder.
So I checked out your Instagram before you came, and I noticed that you're always with girls, man. How you finding them? Like, what are you doing?
How do I find them? What am I doing? How do I find them? Okay, to be honest. I feel like Instagram is like a dating app. I don't really think Instagram's like, I mean, I guess you could post on Reels and shit, but really I just be finding all my girls from Instagram and TikTok, and I just DM them, and that's it. And I got a lot of girl friends too, like friends that I'm already girls with, because I don't believe in like you don't need to try to knock everything that you're around. Like, I'm cool with just being friends with pretty people.
And so I guess to get back to OF, so when you first started, like, I guess you kind of knew you were going to have a male audience?
I didn't.
Really?
Like, I didn't know nothing about OnlyFans. I didn't know how it worked at all. Like, I had zero clue. Like, and to this day, I feel so, like, blindsided because I knew so much about social media. I knew, like, all about girls doing OnlyFans and shit, but I didn't know nothing about dudes doing OnlyFans at all. And I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, though, because before, like, I did OF, like I was just a playboy. I would talk to a lot of girls and shit. So that's all I focused on, but I didn't know about the whole guy side and shit. And it was more low key. I feel like even now, dudes doing OF is still like, it's known, but it's like, if you know, you know. Like, there's not too many dudes that be knowing. And I feel like more dudes, like, it hasn't become a trend yet. I feel like for girls doing OF, it's like common, it's a trend, but dudes doing OF is not a trend yet. And I say yet because I feel like these podcasts, these clips, is going to start catching on in a lot more people. And people are already starting to do it, but I feel like if people knew, they would do it more. But what I would say is, I saw this comment, I think it's so true. I think doing OF as a guy is harder than a girl, because I think girls OFs matter about looks, but I don't think as much as guys. Like, you could still be an ugly girl and you can have fat tits and make a lot of money. Like, as a dude, you can have, like, I guess not, but you really got to be good looking. Or I feel like it's more looks based. You don't have to, but as a dude, I feel like it's more based off of looks than girls.
Yeah, I definitely think of, like, with the guys, it's marketing, because I've seen some, like, really, really good looking guys. They're making, like, you know, like $4,000 to $6,000 a month, which is still obviously great, but like, then I've seen guys that, you know, aren't as good looking and they're pulling, you know, almost six figures, and it's just like, I think it's all about the marketing.
For sure. But I'm just talking about, like, compared to girls and guys, like, a girl, obviously marketing will do, you know, if you're seen enough, you will. But I don't think you could take a butt ugly ass dude and just make, like, versus a butt ugly ass, like, I don't know. I just think it's,
100%.
I think it's a little harder.
Yeah.
And there's less dudes doing it too. So it's a little more competitive.
Yeah. No, I love the market for the guys, but so when you first started, and you probably started noticing it was like a bunch of guys, what was your reaction when they started saying, like, some crazy stuff to you, like stuff that you wasn't expecting probably?
To be honest, I'm very comfortable with my sexuality, so, like, I know who I am. I'm very whole. I'm pretty confident, you know. And I've dealt with, like, dudes hitting on me before, like, and I didn't realize it back then. But, like, a lot of my top gifters on, like, YouNow, for example, were older men, like, and they liked me and shit, and I didn't realize it. But and even dudes on my Snapchat would be like, "Yo, let's video chat. Like, here, I'll pay you some money." Like, I've had that before, but I just never, like, entertained it. But having all these dudes, like, I just came into it with an open mind. Like, you know, I didn't know nothing about OnlyFans. I didn't know what it was like being a creator. So I wanted to just learn and understand what it's about. You know, doing OnlyFans for 3 years, I definitely learned a lot too. Like, a lot of things, like, I forgot who he was interviewing, or I think it was a street interview, but, like, somebody didn't know what a twink was. And in my mind, like, that's common knowledge. Like, who the hell doesn't know what a twink, like, who does not know what a twink is?
Well,
but
I've never heard that word in my life till I started doing this.
Exactly. So, like, I think it's just like a learning process. And that's what I like. I just like learning. So learning about this whole industry and this whole our audience, and just learn, because, like, even going to AVNs, the Orgavians, that really opened my mind more about this whole industry and this whole community. There's just so much to it, and so many layers, and different you know, there's studios, there's creators, there's just a lot of layers to it. So it's like a new game. I think that's why I like it too. Like, it's competitive and everybody's competing, and the whole other social media shit, I feel like I've already done enough. So for me, this is like a new challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But
And so before we started, you told me there was like an app kind of like Grindr, but I guess Grindr could be on there for finding boyfriends. But you said this one's like pretty straight up direct. Like, what's the app called? And can you tell me about it?
So, you know, one of my big things is I go to WeHo and do public interviews and shit. I love doing it. Like, it's fun. I think I bring good energy, good conversations, take a couple of shots, and we'll go down to WeHo. But one thing people kept recommending me was this app called Sniffies.
Mm-hmm.
And Sniffies is a more direct, from what I understand. I haven't been on Sniffies yet, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt. But it's a more direct, what's the word?
So it's like Uber Meets.
It's like Uber Meets, Dick on Demand, however you want to call it. Like, everybody's on there for one thing, and it's the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like on Tinder, I've met a lot of people that actually fall in love off of Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
But Sniffies, from what I understand, is just to fuck. Everybody's on there for one thing, which, you know, is pretty good. Like, who is literally Dick on Demand. Beep, beep, beep. You press a couple buttons on your screen and somebody arrives at your house and you get some dick.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking for some dick in LA, I definitely recommend Sniffies.
Man, they don't have stuff like that for straight people, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is some benefits to there's a lot of benefits. I was telling you, I think it's easier to hook up with dudes.
Yeah, it is. I feel like I could go to WeHo and get laid tonight, and not even think about it. I feel like I could go in there and get like 10 bodies right now if I wanted.
Definitely, bro. You can get 10 bodies at once.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Like, you could have a sex party.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I get invited all the time. Bro, you don't even gotta leave. They say, let's go to the alley. Bro, I swear to God, bro, you don't understand how many times they offer me to go to the alley. All the time.
Is that
and
like
I think
a thing though?
I was just gonna say, I think I have a type at WeHo. Like, people would just be trying to get me to go to the alley and shit.
Is there like a designated alley or?
There's a bunch of alleys at WeHo. Like, there's one on the side of the Abbey. There's like a big alley right there. And then there's the long strip. And then behind there's an alley.
Yeah.
By the houses. The houses, the alley, and then the clubs and shit.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything crazy in one of those alleys?
Bro, yes. People be giving head all the time. And
oh my gosh.
And like, bro, they're down. Like, they're DTF. Like, I don't know. It's just what I hear. And then the restrooms too. Restrooms are like prime location to be laying it down. And yeah, WeHo's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, like we'll say 4 years ago, someone told you that you'd be doing stuff with guys like for content or for money. What did you do?
I always talk about this all the time because I truthfully think that I only do what I do because I'm comfortable with the people that I do it with. Like, ask me to like go do some shit with people I don't know, I'm not doing it. Like, you can ask my whole team. Like, I've turned down a bunch of collabs just because I'm not comfortable with the people. And like having Brandon, you know, a veteran like Brandon is comfortable doing things with him, or like Drake Vaughn is comfortable doing things with them, versus like a random person you don't know. Like, yeah, I get his work, but I feel like even the chemistry and like the energy, you could tell the energy through the videos. That's why I don't be just collabing with just anyone just for a bag or just for this. Like, I'd rather have good content than just posting content, because people could tell. They could literally tell. So your question was, did I think I would be doing this? No, but I also think like I'm in control of my content. So like, if anything, I feel like I push some of the boundaries forward. Like, like our first time fingering a dude, I was like, I want to do it. Like, cause me and Brandon, we usually decide like together if we're gonna do something, like pushing the boundaries. If he don't want to do it, if I don't want to do it, like we won't do it unless we both want to. And I was like, I want to finger a dude. Like, why not? For me, I was like, if doctors could do a prostate exam, why can't I? Like, I'm basically a doctor too. Like, I'm just checking, making sure they good. You know, some dudes out here be having hernias and what's the thing called where they got a little bump in their butt? Hemorrhoids.
Oh yeah.
Some dudes be having hemorrhoids and shit. You know, they wanted me to check, so I checked and there were some hemorrhoids. But yeah, I didn't think I would be doing it, but I'm
like I said, nobody forced me to do anything. Everything I wanted to do was because I decided to do it.
Mm-hmm. And what's the craziest thing you've done with a guy on camera?
Probably finger bang a guy.
Really? Can you say who it was?
Brad, Kyle Jacobs, and
Was it Drake Vaughn?
Drake Vaughn. Yeah,
What?
Drake Vaughn.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to put the fingers up when I asked.
Yeah.
He was counting.
Yeah. But and then jerking each other off. But I don't think that's that bad, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. So
Jerking
you've
each
done that
other.
before?
Yeah.
You've
and
jerked
Brandon.
someone off before?
Yeah. Give them a handy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah. I've never, I have done that before, actually. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it. But what's the craziest custom you've ever received? Like, not done. What's the craziest thing you've been asked to do?
Other than meats, probably the craziest, I don't know. Okay, this is not crazy, but like I just can't understand what they like about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like just eating hella food, like literally just putting the camera down, eating,
Mm-hmm.
and then rubbing my belly until I burp. Yeah, like I don't know what kind of eating kink they got, or they feel like I ate them or what. But to me, I don't get it. Like it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'll do it every day if I
Yeah.
but I just don't get that one, like the eating until I burp until my belly's full. I have to like purposely push it out.
Yeah.
What other shit?
That sounds like childhood trauma. Like, it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Any other weird customs?
About like armpit stuff, feet stuff.
I don't think that shit's weird. I don't think armpit shit is weird. I don't think feet shit is weird. And I think it's just because it's normal. Like it's normal to me now. Like I get it. Like me, I don't really like feet, but I like toes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I suck some toes or get my toes sucked. I like that. Armpit shit. Like at first I thought it was weird, but once you understand like why people like it, like
Can you explain why
I
they
be
like it?
smelling my armpits and shit.
What about like the look? Like when people just ask for pictures of them, like, do you think they're just imagining the smell, or like is it the hair, the look?
Yeah, it's the look. But like I get why people like armpits. Like I lay down on like this and I be smelling my armpits and shit. You know, I like the way I smell and shit. My pheromones, my natural scent, you know. But I'm like that clean. It's like a perfect mixture of stench and smelling good.
Yeah. Well, I asked a guest this the other day, and he was like, well, so imagine a girl's armpits. And so I did. He was like, do you like it? And I was like, yeah, it's actually not that bad. Like, I don't know, something about it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, nah, armpits are cool, but nah, they be stinking.
Yeah.
Like I only like how my shit smell.
Mm-hmm. So that's probably the craziest one you requested. What's the craziest one that you've done?
Probably a private live,
Mm-hmm.
and we just be going crazy. Like every position, I've seen my hole in every position. Dead ass,
Yeah.
upside down, like
Doggy diaper.
no, this one's crazy. So like laying down
Mm-hmm.
with my head off my bed, I'll put my legs back, like you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
I'm
know.
laying down like this, put my legs back, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at my hole through the camera. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that position's called, but I've seen my hole in every position.
Yeah. I guess I don't know if that'd be considered the diaper position or what, but
Yeah, it's like
Close
where
to
your
it.
feet are your ass. I don't know.
yeah.
Folded. I call that the folded one.
Yeah. How many times a day would you say you nut? Like just in general?
To be honest, I be having little strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like if I know I'm gonna go live, I try to save my nut for that live.
Mm-hmm.
But usually like one or two
Really?
times a day.
Yeah.
But the most I've busted like 6 nuts in a day for custom content.
Really? Someone
Yeah.
paid you to do that, and then you just
No, it's just like multiple customs.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I can nut a lot.
So you made 6 customs in one day?
Yeah. What's the most amount of customs you done in a day?
Like maybe 2. I'd be
Oh.
shy, bro.
You be shy. What you wait, what makes you shy? Like what are you scared about doing?
I don't know. Like I feel like when I'm filming something, if it's really bright, like I feel like I just look chubby.
Oh, the cameras?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say I'm insecure, but like sometimes because like I fluctuate in weight between like 155 and 170, and it like
Me too.
fluctuates fast. Really?
Me too. Yeah.
Like the same numbers and everything. Or you just
Yeah,
fluctuate?
probably right now I'm sitting at this is probably the most out of shape I've been.
Yeah.
But because of like all the like, and this is what I'm saying, just knowing yourself. Like if you know you eat, you know you're gonna gain weight. You know I like eating. Like all the holidays came up, like I knew I was gonna eat. New Year's, when you travel, it's hard to eat clean and shit. But that's why when I'm home, I really try to lock in and watch what I eat. Like I weigh out my food. I know how many calories I'm getting. I mean, too, I had remember I used to live in this. This apartment complex. I had a trainer that I would go to 5 days a week. That was probably the most I've been locked in. But yeah, I probably weigh 170 right now too.
Yeah.
But right after this, I'm about to go to the gym, do an hour of cardio, making sure I stay under like 1,800 calories. Just make sure I'm in a deficit. Like I know what work comes in if I'm eating bad. You know, so. But for me, I really want to lock in the first year or the first half of this year, from the month 1 to month 6. I just want to lock in. So I'm thinking about getting a trainer again, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's not even about like a trainer just be on your ass. Like they be telling you what to do, accountability, like, because really, and I think I like working out with somebody. Like working out by myself is cool, but I think I'm like a social person. Like I really like working out with people and shit. So, so yeah, but I get what you're feeling about being heavy and shit, like, or feeling like, what, 170, 150. That's the exact same range that I've been.
Well, it looks different because, like, I've been traveling a lot, so I've been eating pizza, you know, I've been drinking a little bit, and it's like, it'll put on, like, overnight, like, I'll wake up and, like, I'll weigh myself, it'll be, like, 5 pounds, but what's cool is I can go to the gym, hit the sauna, and then, like, eat right for 3 days, and it just goes right back to, like, 160, like, really fast, so... Like, it really just depends, like, you know, like, where life is going, but it's, I don't know, it worries me how fast it, like, fluctuates.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, when I'm looking good, then, like, I love doing stuff on camera, but, like, when I feel like I don't look good, then it's, like, a mental aspect. And, like, even, like, the subs notice, too. Like, because they'll tell me, they'll be like, you're looking bigger, or they'll be like, it looks like you lost, like, a lot of weight, like, really fast. And it's because I fluctuate so much, so it's kind of cool how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. To me, like, I believe in just having confidence in everything you do, you know, like, yeah, you know, if I get a custom content, I want it to be good. Cause like the way I can't say it. Yeah, if they're giving me, I want it to be good. So I try to, like, what helps too, and I don't recommend doing this, but like sometimes, like, taking a shot before, like, you film, you gonna feel yourself more. Everybody feel themselves a lot more too when they a little lit, you know, liquid confidence, how people be calling it. And just crank out the custom. But really too, everything about angles and lighting.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like, but yeah, I just think it depends knowing your angles and lighting.
So you have a lot of experience, like, with women and kind of men too. So is there anything specific in bed that you like doing, or that maybe separates you?
Separates me?
Like, what's something that you would do? Like, what's something that a girl, if she was bragging to her friend about you, like in bed, like that you did? Like, are you good at eating?
This is tough because it really depends the situation. Like, for me, like, I don't even really like having sex.
Really?
I'd rather get head.
What?
Yeah, because, like, bro, like, if you fuck a throat right, it could feel like some hole, you know? Like, it could feel like you fucking something. And I really like, I don't know anybody that's going to go back to their friends about me fucking them. I think it's just they got to fuck me. I don't think it's about me fucking them. Because I be like, everything's for me. Like, I want the head. Like, I don't know. I feel like with sex and shit, like, I have a saying, like, dick is dangerous. Like, it could, like people be getting attached over sex and shit. So,
100%.
But I don't know if you could really can you get attached from giving head? No,
Probably.
I don't think you can, you know? Yeah. So that's why I like to keep it very cordial. Like, I don't believe in handing out dick for the free, you know, but that's just me though. But, if you had to ask, it depends how lit I am. Dirty talk could be cool, but I gotta really mean it. Like, okay, I'll tell you this story. So this one girl, she like called me a bitch. Like, she just like being called a bitch. But I'm like, bro, I ain't got no reason to call you a bitch. Like, You know, like I gotta really mean that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then so whatever. Basically, fast forward, I made this girl cry.
Why?
Cause she was a little bitch. So then I had a reason to call her bitch. You know, like that's what I meant. Like people tell me to call him certain shit. I'm like, it just don't seem right calling you this. Like I gotta have a reason to.
Mm-hmm.
So she started crying, and that was like some of the best sex she ever had. Cause I was like, she was crying, and then started fucking her, and then I was like, you're a fucking bitch. Why you crying? Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But I like dominating them too. Like,
Yeah.
but that's kind of like I spit on their face.
Oh,
Give
wow.
them a little like love tap on their face.
Yeah,
like,
I've never spit on a girl's
like-
face before.
No, you never, bro.
No,
My
I mean, I
favorite thing
smacked
to
a
do
girl.
is like spit on their face and like rub it in and shit. Like where there's like spit, saliva, everything on their face. And I like to be like very physical, so like throw them around, put them.
Yeah.
Have you ever put somebody like in a headlock?
Yeah.
Yeah, put them in a headlock. Like really like dominate them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's WWE type shit. That's what I like doing.
So like if you're
Maybe that's what they'll brag about. Like, damn, Julian was very physical.
Yeah, he just beating me up.
Yeah,
But
I think sex too, bro. Sex overall is fucking is not safe. Like, bro, you penetrating somebody like it's like war. Like y'all really like banging it out. Like this shit is not no fucking nice shit. Like I don't know. I just think that's how sex is.
yeah, so like if you're hooking up with a girl for the first time, like, do you ask first or do you just spit on them?
Nah, I'd rather get told no than like I'd rather do it and then tell me something like than me asking.
Yeah, so ask for forgiveness, not permission, right?
Yeah, damn, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that. Basically, bro, because I feel like you should just do that, and I be catching myself too. But I think you should just do that in life. Like, just take the risk. Well, not take the risk, but just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't put barriers or walls on yourself that don't need to be there. Like, you don't know what could happen. You know, like luck might be on your side. Like, just take the risk, and as long as you don't go to jail, you're good.
Mm-hmm. That's actually so funny.
Like if you sneak into a concert, like you snuck into the concert, you know, like you got in, like who knows, like rather than just, you know, like if you get caught, they're just gonna kick you out the concert. Like
Right.
that's not that bad.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you're just like down bad, like you're just bored, lonely, like maybe a little horny, bro, and like you're just really wanting someone over, so you just maybe text like the 3 you found off Tinder or something? That ever happened? Because you just said you're like, I just don't be passing out too.
Not normally now, because I feel like I could just like let me record a jerk off video and get my nut out. But before, oh yeah, like before, I feel like you need to like, bro, you need to be fucking or smacking some like, okay, so I feel like if you don't got a lot of sexual experience, it's fun to experience with the uglies.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could put them in whatever position. You could try all different positions. Like, and they ugly, bro. Like to them, it's like heaven. Like,
Yeah.
like bro, like they could really like, you know, they having a time of their life. You just practicing some shit out.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously you're gonna last better with the uglies because they ugly.
Yeah.
So you get to try a lot of shit, you know? I believe in trying a lot of shit. So you
Yeah.
know what you like and don't like.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never
Because
thought
you
of
don't
that
want to fuck up. You don't want to fuck up trying something new with somebody that you actually interested in.
Right.
Then you lose your aura points. You gonna like lose like
Points.
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't want to fuck up in front of the. That's what I'm saying. You gotta warm up, bro. You gotta practice.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course. But to answer your question, nah, I don't. I don't be hitting up 3. But bro, like I said, practice.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lit and you squint, oh, they might look, you know, not that bad.
A little better, yeah. That's actually so funny.
And to be honest, like, bro, the uglies, like, they be listening too. You could do
Yeah,
whatever you
100%.
want with them. Like, you can say, like, yo, give me head here, do this, do that. They gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Obedience. I like obedience too.
Yeah.
You know, listen.
I know you haven't done too much with, well, you kind of have. Do you have any new collabs or anything coming up?
Wait, can I ask you a question? What's the most you done with the guy?
I've done everything you can think of, bro.
Like,
everything.
what? Okay, what haven't you done yet? Have you done a glory hole?
What's that?
You don't know what a glory hole is?
No.
So, like, there's a wall and there's a cutout
Oh, yeah, I've not.
and you
I
put
haven't
your
done-
dick in it. and you don't know what's happening on the other side of that wall.
That sounds scary. Have you done that?
No, I haven't, but like, bro, you should do that shit. Like, bro, it's big. You never see. Wait, did you like before doing OF? Did you watch porn?
No.
No. Oh fuck. When I was little, bro, I was a little freaky kid, bro.
Really?
Bro, I have nudes, porn, bro. Like I've seen not everything. I did everything, just not on this side of like I didn't know about all the other shit.
So speaking of corns, I saw you went to like the AVN Awards. Or was it Gavian?
Yeah, there's Gavians, which is the first like days, and then the Gavians, which is the straight awards. But yeah, the Gavians was cool. I think I'm so glad I went because it really enlightened me about doing content. Because really, when you do something, you want to know your audience, you know? And unless like you go and see, because I feel like gay porn is like, and like with studios, like that's the top of the top. Like they be really making some movies. Like, bro, I recommend any dude creators, and I'll give him with the sauce, but go watch like what they be doing. Cause some of them be having like real life movies, like scenarios and shit. And that's the top of the top. They're spending thousands and shit to make this type of content. So I'm not saying you need to go do that content, but I'm saying like go see what effort and what it takes to be like a professional. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when I went to the Gavians, it was just interesting to see like what the top of the top quality is, the top performers. Like when I look at all the top performers, I'm like, okay, these are like the top of the top. So you're gonna get to see who you're competing against and shit. But yeah, just like the storylines and how they do everything, it was really interesting. And then just seeing like people throw out all these names and shit, like Joey Mills, like we interviewed Joey Mills. I didn't know who Joey Mills was until we did the interview. But then going to the Gavians, bro, Joey Mills is everywhere. Like he's collab with everybody. He's nominated for all these shits. Like Joey Mills, really Joey Mills. So just seeing like all the creators and shit, and just, you know, it felt really like the community got together and shit. And yeah,
that's cool.
And then like too, at the Gavians, like this is how I know like the shit we do is doing good. But we had one of the studio owners. He came up to me and he was like, "Yo, you're doing really good. I seen your guys' podcast. I really like it. I want to get some of my creators onto your podcast. Like we need to work and shit." So having like a studio owner come up to us and tell us that we're doing good, like it just felt like, you know, we're doing something good. Like people actually knew us. Because I mean, you never know who's watching, right? The goal is to get seen as much as possible. You don't know where those eyeballs are coming from. So just going to Gavians really like enlightened me and showed us that we're doing good, but we need to keep going up. You know, I don't think it's that hard. I don't think the issue is blowing up. I think it's staying up, and you always need to keep doing new shit. So yeah.
So speaking of doing new stuff, do you have any like
new collabs?
Well, yeah, that's that. But anything cool that you've done lately that's new? Like, what have you been doing new
probably
lately?
So we met this cool ass creator named Santana XXL. And he
XXL?
Yeah. He's like he called himself a big boy. That's what they be calling him. So he's a big boy. And he's very like you know, there's like I guess he's like not your atypical creator, because a lot of people like a certain type of build, and Santana himself, he said he's a big boy. So there's not too many of them really. So he's kind of like a pioneer, paving a way for like a bunch of people. And his whole thing is blowjobs. So me and Brandon, we actually did our first collab with him. And I mean, if you want to go check out the content, there was definitely some sucky action in there. Some shit we never done. And I thought it was a really good overall collab, because it was a lot of new and a lot of boundary breaking things. And it was the beginning of the year. So, you know, we started off with the bang, and it was in Vegas. And every time we go to Vegas, some crazy collabs happen. So, you know, literally what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. My first ever collab ever with Brandon was in Vegas. Our first and only threesome that me and Brandon did was in Vegas. So every time we go to Vegas, crazy shit be happening.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you need to move to Vegas or something.
No. you gotta, to appreciate something, you gotta be away from it, you know.
Yeah.
So I like living in LA.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice having you on, man.
I appreciate it, man.
You're definitely funny.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on. Hey, I've been seeing your shit, man. I see your clips. You're doing good. Keep keep doing your thing, man. I like everybody. I feel like this community needs more growth, you know. So anybody that's expanding it, opening it, paving the way, doing this. I mean, even you see, it's not the easiest thing in the world to just have a podcast, get people on and shit. So I want to give you your flowers, give you your congrats.
Thanks, bro.
You really are the boss, man. You're doing your thing. I respect it. But yeah, thank you for having me on.
For sure. You want to plug your socials?
Yeah, my Instagram is Julian's Wilden. And if you want to see my links, go to wildthings.vip/Julian. Other than that, go check our podcast on wildthings.vip. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Links will be in the description. I'm Bossman Bates. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.